Hello geometry students. In this video we're going to focus in on just the formulas, understanding them and knowing what they are for surface area of pyramids and cones. Alright, right here I've got the net of 4 different pyramids, and what changes each time is the number of sides of the base. So here I have a base with 4 sides, so I would say n equals 4. Here I have a base with 5 sides, so I would say n equals 5. Here n equals 6, n equals 7, and we could keep going with this. But what I want you to notice is that if there's 4 sides, there are 4 triangles, 5 sides with 5 triangles, and so on. And so when we're finding surface area, the first thing we want to do is find the lateral area. Now the lateral area is everything but the base. And so that means it's all of these triangles. And it's going to be n triangles. So in this one, 4 triangles, here 5 triangles, 6 triangles, 7 triangles. And our formula is going to be that n times the area of a formula for a triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. And just another reminder that this does not include the base. Then surface area just has to add the base on. And so you're going to, surface area is LA, which is your lateral area, plus the area of the base. You'll want to make sure you've got this formula down, and I just want to remind you this is the area of one triangle. Area of one triangle, and you're going to multiply by n to get all the triangles. All right, so that's how we find surface area of a pyramid. Now we're going to look at this and see how a cone is like a pyramid. You can see in this picture, I went up from 4 to 32 sides, and it pretty much looks like a cone now. So let's talk about how we do that formula for a cone. And we have some new terminology we need. You already know this bottom side is the radius, and this side over here is called the height. But we have this other one, and we like to use a cursive L for it. And this here is called the slant height. It would be a good idea to have this diagram in your notes. And of course we have a right angle. So sometimes we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem if we're given 2 and not the third. All right, so now what's going on with a cone is that we really have a whole bunch of these triangles. I'm just going to trace out one of these skinny triangles. And so what we have is, here's my base, right? And here's my height of my triangle. So base times height. And I end up with n of these. All right, so what we were doing in our last one is we said we take n times each triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. Now, algebra says when we multiply a bunch of things, we can change the order. So I'm going to rewrite it like this. 1/2 b times n times h. So all I did was change the order. Now this b times n is all of these little b's all the way around, and if I make enough of them, it starts to look like a circle. And so it's actually 1/2 the circumference times the height. And now we're close to our formula. 1/2 circumference is 2 pi r, and in this case our height is actually this thing, our L, the slant height. And then neat things happen. 1/2 cancels with the 2, and our formula is pi rl. All right, we're going to summarize this down here. Lateral area of a cone. Lateral area equals pi rl. R is the radius, L is the slant height. It does not include the base. The surface area of the cone is the lateral area plus the base, and the base is a circle. So here's our formula. The surface area is pi rl plus pi r squared.